Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Welcome to a new Stazma tips and tricks. Today we are going to talk about a new analog drum kit I made out of the famous huge analog synthesizer from Roland, the SH-5. About a year ago I went to the studio of a friend called Paul, aka MDS, and some other stuff. And he has one of those magnificent beasts of a synthesizer. So I sampled it extensively into my tracker that I had at the time. I made a kit out of those samples for Ableton with round robin and stuff, usual. And we are going to have a look at it in this new episode of Analog Drum Torture. So first, here is a little demo pattern that I made just using FM pad I made with the Medusa, some delays, and all the drums are from the SH-5. Okay, so far, no FX, anything, just some velocity fun, and that's it. So first, let's make a new clip right here, and I'll walk you through the sounds. So we have a kick drum. We have a few different kick drums that we can select over here, and we can also adjust the decay or release of this kick drum. So we can make it shorter if we want. Up. And then we can choose among 3 different, I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's my favorite. Okay. Then we have a rim shot. Classic. Short snare with 2 different lengths. We can select here. Another called fat snare. Those 2 are in choke group 1, so they cancel each other out. We have low bongo, 808 style, high bongo, 808 style, toms, LFO1, and classic low tom. I forgot the other one, sorry. Hi-hats, closed and open, in the choke group as well. Number 2, so they cancel each other out. We have a decay available over here to make both shorter. We have a kick tuning. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. Kick snap. It's pitch envelope. Okay, then we have amplitude modulation percussions, a low and high one, some clicks with filter, some noise with the filter as well. One called very noise that we have different flavor here. We can choose and eventually animate, as we will see later. And finally, a cymbal with a decay, so we can use it as a sort of alternate hi-hat. Okay, let's try to build a beat out of this. I play a lot with velocity, so bear in mind it's important. Select all those to make them roll. let's add a little bit of randomness to those. Okay, let's duplicate this. Let's see in context with the pad. Okay, nice. So, what can I show you now with this? As we are in an analog drum torture video, I guess it's a good thing to torture this a little bit. Okay, let's get back to the simple beat without the pad. Let's add some other kick drums in this part of the pattern. One thing we can do with those kits is to automate the sound selection. For example, the kick drum. So I'll select a softer kick drum for those two. So we have a hard one here, a hard one at the start of this one, this part. Okay, like that. Now, one thing we can do is to automate the hi-hat decay. Quite subtle because there's not a lot. Let's remove some sounds from here and use a lot of hi-hats. Now we can hear in this part. You can automate as well the noise selection. Okay, in this part of the pattern, I will add some of the vary noise here. It can quite sound a little bit like a snare, so it's quite nice to double on the snare. We can change it here, like this, if we want it to repeat. But if we don't want it to repeat, we can use one of the live modulator, which are here, for example, and map it straight to the noise select over here. So it is now this LFO that is doing the selection. You can sync it. You can reduce the depth, move around in the selection, and choose different type of selection. Random is usually good for this. this way, each pattern is a little bit different. Also, one thing to know about those kind of drum rack thing is that we can access all the sounds separately. So let's say all of this is a little bit too centered. Let's pan some of those elements a little bit. Add some hair. It can also be a good idea to use this place to add some effects on different parts. So let's say some reverb on the amplitude modulation perks. Let's use springs. Add the same on the other one. And those clicks as well. Let's use maybe a resonator to see if we can shape the sound a little bit more. That's nice. That's also one of the things that will take a modulator quite well, actually. Let's go for another random. Add one of my favorite delay plugins. It's called Magnetic. It used to be called Magnetic and was Max for Live device. I always put the noise at 0 because it's horribly annoying, actually. But it's quite easy to have some. There's lots of different reverb types. I always use the spring one. As you know by now, I'm a fan. So let's put the reverb post delay. Some width to the delay. This one is good. Let's push the input a little bit to drive some saturation out of this. Okay, so now that we have all the effects going on, let's make a new pattern and see what we can come up with. I'm surprised that I haven't put anything on this rim shot. What can we put on this? Let's go for more spring reverbs. Got this one recently, it's free. noisy. Reso noisier. Let's add some resonated clicks. Hi-hats. Open hi-hats. Oh, some heliphotoms. It's look good as well. This could go on forever. I like that. Okay, so in order to keep this not too long video, let's leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've found a few interesting information in there. Anyway, I will leave the basic one-shot kit of those sounds available to anyone. I'll put a link in the description. And the full round-robin version here will be available on Patreon for all the Producer Pack subscribers. Thanks everyone who are supporting me on Patreon. It's starting to be nice to have a little bit of Muddy like this every beginning of the month. So if you want to get more samples, feel free to join in. Have fun, everyone. See you next time.